now at Manchester United. Do you think he's a good fit, and does he have the right character and personality to be a success at Manchester United?
Time will show. I don't know much about him. Obviously, I know that he was very successful in Sporting Lisbon, that he did fantastic for the club. He seems like a very positive guy. But I think he has a winning mentality, definitely. If you are coach of Sporting Lisbon, you have high expectations. You need to win the trophies. So I think in terms of that, I think yes, he has a mentality because he played on the top level. He was a decent player, so he has a good background. But for me, what the coaches and managers need to have in modern world is obviously, first of all, good recruitment and ability to deal with the players, media, even with the people in the club. So you need more things than just to be the coach. I hope that he's the right fit for the club. And to be fair, with every manager came to the club before, I always was kind of positive, and I wish and I hope that he's going to be right fit for the club, and that finally we will start competing even on a bigger level and finally win the big trophies.
Was it the right decision to remove Erik ten Hag? Had the time come when something had to change?
It's difficult to say is it right or not, but definitely we have to say that Erik ten Hag got support from the club over the years. He brought quite a few players. So if you look at that way, I would say that club invests a lot of money to philosophy of Erik ten Hag. If you look at the results, I think my expectation and expectations of the fans was higher. But is it problem Erik ten Hag? I'm not sure is it just problem with the coach. I think we have to look bigger picture, and I believe that club understand that other things has to be right as well, so that coach can perform and give best of his ability. But again, most important is recruitment. And if I look at my career and if I look at my experience I have in football, sometimes not necessarily you need the best player in the world to play for your club, but you need the right character. I will say personally what I believe, that some players I had in my team, different teams I play, there will be the games they will play, 1 to 10, they will play 8, 9, but just for 1 or 2 games, but then next 5 games they will play 3 or 4. So if you look at that way, if you want to play for the big club as a Man United or Manchester City or whatever club that competing for the trophies, you have to be consistent. And that's not just down for your quality, it's down to your mentality. And that's what the club as well has to look when bringing players. And that's the key for me. Because I believe that Erik ten Hag was a good coach. I believe that coaches before as well, they have Mourinho, all those coaches, they have been fantastic coaches. But I think sometimes to have results, I think you need to have the right mentality, and that's, I think, most important.
Just give us an insight into the pressure of playing and managing Manchester United. How different will it be for the new coach that comes in from what he's been used to at Sporting Lisbon?
I don't think it's pressure. He's playing for Man United. The way Man United fans supporting the club and the players, they don't have pressure at all, because they're still behind the players and they're still behind the coaches. So I think they need pressure. I think those players, they definitely need pressure. We are expecting more from them. I was the player, and I expect every game I came on the pitch to do well. And if I don't do well, I'm angry at myself. I will punish myself going home and saying tomorrow I have to do more, I have to do extra, because I was not good enough game before. So I think that definitely, high expectation from yourself, I think that's the best quality you can give yourself.
Are there enough characters in the current dressing room who have that mentality?
I don't know. I never work with those players. Maybe they're fantastic boys, great players. I'm not judging quality, but I'm, looking my club in the last 8-9 years, the amount of players we have at the club, fantastic players. Fantastic players. Even now, we have some fantastic players, but, I think my question is more about the characters, resilience, ready to compete, to give extra. And compete week in, week out. I think if you ask me, I got sometimes questions, who was your player that is most difficult to play against? Every game was a difficult player, because I put in my head that every player playing against me, he want to score a goal against Manchester United. He want to have a best game against Manchester United to show everyone how good he is. And maybe he's a fan of Man United, most likely. So, in my mind, I don't want to let him to score the goal. Is it that Peter Crouch or Aguero or Drogba, whoever? I'm preparing myself, So I think that's the mentality you have to have. Every player I'm playing next game is the best player in the world. And I want to compete against him. I'm going to show you how good I am. That was my mentality, obviously. But I think that's what has to be needed for team, for players, if they wanna win the trophies. And like I said, I think there's some fantastic players, but you need more than that.
Can Manchester United compete for the title anytime soon, or will it take time?
I think there's definitely some job has to be done in next few transfer windows. Not necessarily just players that they're going to bring. I think some players definitely they have to maybe try to find a new teams to play. So I think that's not something that I'm saying that no one really knows. I think that's clear. And I remember when I was playing for Man United, Chris Smalling, Phil Jones, Johnny Evans, they're coming to take my place. I was scared they're going to lose the place. And that's normal. If I'm not performing well, they're coming the new guy. And no one has to tell me that. I felt that, because competition in the team was that managers and club always telling you that there is the coming new guy. If you're not doing well, it's coming new one. I think the all players that play for Man United at the time, they have the same feeling. And that's why probably as well we have that kind of mentality. I have to perform. I'm not comfortable because these guys, they're waiting to take my place.